My name is Amy Bowden and I'm the nursery class teacher at Ysgol Llandrillo and Rhos. I've been asked to share our planning process with an emphasis on enabling learning. I have chosen to demonstrate how the Pori Dori Story project enables authentic and meaningful learning across the three enablers. Ysgol Llandrillo and Rhos is an English medium primary school on the North Wales coast. We have around 470 pupils on roll, which makes us one of the largest primary schools in Conway. Over the last few months, we have been working with all our stakeholders to create a shared vision for our school. This is important to include as everything we do feeds back into our school vision. Being an English medium primary school, we are always looking for ways to develop the Welsh language in our learners and staff. One way we have found to be very effective is the Pori Dori Story project from the charity the Books Trust Cymru. This is a fantastic project which gives children lots of good quality free resources to develop their bilingual oracy skills. Over the next few slides, I'm going to share how we incorporated the enabling pathways into our project. Enabling pathways covers children up to progression step 1 and consists of enabling adults, effective environments, and engaging experiences. The 5 developmental pathways are embedded within the enabling pathways curriculum and are highlighted over the next few slides. The 3 enablers are intertwined to offer meaningful learning experiences to support holistic child development. For the purposes of this presentation, I have separated them to show examples of each one. Learning together through bilingual rhymes and stories is a joyful approach to learning and is easily accessible for all adults involved with the children. The Pori Dori Story resources are child-friendly and clear, enabling us to strengthen our home school links and give the adults in our wider school community the confidence to get involved with the children's learning in a meaningful way. The adults in school are given task sheets with specific things to look for whilst doing a task. This enables any adult to know quickly how to encourage the learning within a specific task and what that learning looks like. This information is then fed back into the planning. By creating effective environments that stimulate the children's imagination, creativity, physical development, and inquisitive nature, we are putting the 4 purposes at the heart of our curriculum. These environments include inside and outside the classroom. As you can see here, the children have a range of activities based on nursery rhymes that encourage them to communicate their ideas and listen to each other. The learning started when the children were engaged by an adult who asked what a house looks like. They explored a variety of images of houses before drawing their own. Next, they used the poles and balls in our outside area to build a net of a house. We then looked at what a house was made of, which led us into exploring texture using clay. Next, the children were talking about animal homes, which linked nicely with our Old MacDonald and 5 Little Ducks nursery rhymes. The 5 little ducks outside, and we're able to explore the changes in nature from one child asking where the 5 little ducks went. Giving the children authentic experiences to be outside improves their well-being, as they are encouraged to stop and take notice of the world around them. Some experiences are chosen by the children, but others are chosen by us. I wanted the children to explore changing materials and what happens when you mix and add heat to certain ingredients, as well as highlighting the words curds and whey, which the children may not have heard before. Within the cooking process, the children took ownership of the learning by doing the washing up and mixing and measuring the ingredients. Offering a balance of adult-led and open-ended exploratory opportunities leads to authentic, meaningful experiences that enable our children to take ownership of their learning. Like a lot of schools, we have been experimenting with our planning this year and have reached a collective agreement on what it should look like. It starts with a hook, theme, or big question. In this case, it's nursery rhymes. The children are asked what they already know, and they are given post-it notes to make marks to represent their thoughts and ideas. This is then scribed by the teacher. Questions are taken from this process, which form some of the engaging experiences. Adults are prepared to ask good quality questions to draw out the children's ideas. The environments are then utilised in an authentic way to offer opportunities to explore their questions and ideas. So how do we know what progression looks like? As a staff, we are in AOLE teams, and one of the tasks we have done is work together to break down the progression steps. Here is an example of progression step 1 for the Expressive Arts AOLE. The pre-progression skills column is useful for understanding the 3 enablers and allows us to see what learning needs to take place before progression step 1. To ensure coverage across the AOLEs and to spot any potential gaps or repetition, both within a year group and across the school, we have created this document with the What Matters statements on one page. Once a statement has been covered, it is highlighted and dated, or the activity is added. This is then reviewed to ensure the activities are based on play, are authentic, and utilise the in and outside areas. To ensure that the 4 purposes are at the heart of the children's learning, we've rewritten the 4 purposes in language the children will understand. Our next step is to share these purposes with the children and enable the adults involved to ask purposeful questions to develop the skills needed for the children to be ambitious, capable learners, healthy, confident individuals, enterprising, creative contributors, and ethical, informed citizens. I hope it has been useful to share our journey and how using a project such as Poridori Story can develop the enabling pathways. Thank you for listening.